In this video, we're going to cover the famous bat and ball problem from the famous book, Thinking Fast and Slow, by Nobel Prize winner Daniel Kahneman. We're also going to cover some tips and tricks using OneNote to solve math problems, so that might be of interest to you. If you're new here, my name is Olivier and I'm a certified math and physics teacher in Ontario who is currently doing a master's in statistics at Carleton University. Okay, so let's go over the problem together. We have a bat and a ball cost $1.10 in total. The bat cost $1 more than the ball. The question is, how much does the ball cost? So just pause the video here and try to answer this problem. It shouldn't take you more than 10 seconds. Okay, so I assume that you've answered this problem, and if you answered 10 cents, you're wrong. Okay, that might be surprising. I got caught myself, even though I'm a math teacher. And the way you can prove it to you is, let's say you say 10 cents, so that's $0.1. The bat cost $1 more than the ball, so then the bat would be $1 more than 10 cents, so that would be 1.1. So then when you add those two together, it would give you 1.2, which is wrong. Okay, it's not 1/10. And you could do trial and error and so on, but the way we can do it here is just, let's say we have 0.05, so 5 cents for the ball, and then the bat is $1 more than that, so that's 1.05, and then that's 1/10 when you add them together. So the short answer is it's 10 cents, okay? Or it's 5 cents for the ball. And why did you get it wrong? That's the interesting part. Well, according to Daniel Kahneman and I think it's Amos Tversky, they say it's your system 1 answering. It's your intuitive guesses that our brains are all kind of designed with. And your system 2 is a lot slower and requires a lot more energy. So this is what we're going to engage in today. And you can try to solve this problem mathematically. You can pause the video here and try it by yourself, but that's what we're going to do here. So we have the bat, let's call this X. We could call it B for bat, but then the ball is also B, so I'll choose to call it X and Y. And it also serves another point that you'll see later on. So we have the bat, which is X, the ball, which is Y, and they cost $1 in total. The bat is here as well. The ball is here. So then let's translate these two sentences into math. We have two sentences. Let's translate them into two equations. My writing's horrible. I'm writing with a mouse, so bear with me. We have the bat and the ball together cost $1.10, so 1.10. And then that's the first sentence. The bat cost $1 more than the ball. So then that means the ball is a cheap thing. You add $1 to that, you get the price of the bat, right? So essentially you get that B, or that the ball, which is Y. So you get Y plus 1 is equal to, or maybe I'll write them under each other so it might make a little bit more sense. $1 plus Y, you get $1 plus the price of the ball, you get the price of the bat, so X. So X is equal to $1 more than the ball, if that makes sense. Okay, so you might need a little bit of help to translate these. That takes a lot of practice until you're good at doing that. But then once you have these, it becomes very easy to solve. And this is not technically I'm not teaching pure math concepts. I'll teach you a little bit about OneNote, however. So I'm just using the lasso select on the top left here, selecting this. The math option should appear. And you see that although my writing wasn't perfect, it still picked up the math. I can do ink to math and it types it out for me. That's really nice. I'll just Control Z to undo. And then let's choose an action. So the first thing we could do is do solve for X and Y. Well, it tells you that the price of X, which is the bat, is $1.05, and the price of Y, which is the ball, which is 5 cents. So that's pretty neat. And you can even show steps, and you'll have substitution, using matrices, using elimination. Okay, So, but before we do that, let's just graph it. We can realize that these two things are right? Are lines. Oops, let's undo this. Oops, let me just select here, undo. And like we could rearrange the equation here to be solve for y, because that's the typical y equals mx plus b format. So I'll have y equals minus x plus 110. So the first sentence is essentially telling me we have a slope of -1 and a y-intercept of 1.1, okay? And then the second line we can do -1, so you'll have y is equal to x, so that's a positive slope of 1, and then a y-intercept of, it would be -1, excuse me, not positive 1. So it would be -1. So that's what we have here. That this is -1. We could zoom in, solve for our point of intersection. We can see that the point of intersection is down here. We can insert it on the page if we want to, but that's not necessary here. Okay, so now let's explore a little bit the solving for x and y. We could do substitution. We could even read them out loud if you don't want to hear my voice. So if I just press play here.
Steps using substitution. Consider the second equation. Subtract x from both sides. 1 plus y minus x equals 0. Subtract 1 from both sides. Anything subtracted from 0 gives its negation. Y minus x equals -1.
I think this is pretty cool myself. And if you look at the three techniques, matrices is essentially just linear algebra. Well, these are all linear algebra, but matrices, it looks pretty complicated. Instead, I put the Desmos calculator. So if we click on this, we just need to put our equations in a matrix. So let's rearrange our equations. We have, maybe I'll select them again, copy paste them. So then I can drag them here. If I need to put in the format x and y, so then it's going to be, if I put them in a matrix, it's going to be 1, 1. These are my coefficients. This is my equal sign, so 1.1. And then if I put negative x on this side, it's going to be -1. Y is 1, and then this is going to be -1. So I'll have 1, 1, 1.1, and -1, 1, -1. Okay, so then when we put this in, I click new matrix. I have three columns, so it's going to be 1. I put the right arrow, 1, and I think this was 1.1. And then I have, I think it was, let's see, -1, 1, and -1. So -1, 1, and -1. And when I press enter, I have this matrix, and then I can solve for A. So I can RREF A, which is my matrix, and you see that it solves my equation. This is x is equal to 1.05 and y, which was the price of the ball, which was 0.05. And then this, you can also get fractions if you want, but it's very neat that you can do it this way. I like the Desmos calculator. It's one of the best ones to solve matrices quickly. Symbol Lab is also very good. So I hope you took a couple things away from this video. One, that to not think too quickly about problems even though they seem obvious. So don't let your system 1 override for everything. It's good for most things, that's why it's dominant. But then system 2 is useful sometimes, and that's why learning math is very useful. The other thing that I hope you picked up is how awesome OneNote is for teaching math, and as a student, as a teacher, as a tutor, it's an awesome tool, and as an educator in general. The last thing is that this book, Thinking Fast and Slow, is a great book. If you want to support the channel, you can buy the book as with the affiliate link in the description. Make sure to check out the other OneNote videos and the other book videos that you'll see appear on the screen. Let me know your thoughts in the comments below. Hit the subscribe button, hit the like button, do all the YouTube things. But really the best way to support the channel is to share this video with anyone who you think might be interested. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next video with Do the Work.